doing? My God, today. If you see something crazy on my Instagram story, I was trying to load a reminder for this. It was a mess. It wasn't working. Anyway, how are we doing? Thank you all so much for being here. Arnold and I wanted to come together to talk to you guys. We wanted to do we're going to try to see if we can continue to do weekly fashion wrap-ups with you guys, because like we've said before, fashion, everything is political, especially fashion. So we just wanted to talk about that with you guys. Today, we're going to talk briefly about the CFDA. Then we're going to get into Kris Jenner's birthday party and just really talk about how that party encapsulates what's really happening right now within society, and why it was such a big deal when something like that would have never been an issue before. So let me just bring up Arnold, and then we will get into it. Arnold, how are you, friend?
Hey, Star family.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
We are very happy to have Arnold, and we catch him when we can.
This was Nikki this time.
No, Arnold, I said, what day can you do? Arnold always gets back to me the day of that he can do it. And I'm like, no, baby, I need to know now so I can be prepared for the rest of the week. Also, it's really difficult because we have a time difference. So it's later for him, it's earlier for me. So just trying to figure that out. But again, I am so thankful that we can get Arnold when we can, because he is a wealth of knowledge. So Arnold, thank you for doing this again.
Of course.
All right, so the first thing we're going to start off with, come on in the room, Star fam. Come on in the room. Thank you for being here. Yes, TGI Friday. It's Thursday. Christina, it is Thursday. Girl, get some rest. It's been a rough week.
It's
been a rough week. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is start off with the CFDA. I am just going to briefly read to you what the CFDA is, because me and Arnold were talking and we were like, what is the reason? Like, what is actually happening here? Why are we doing this? And why is this so important? So I wanted to just give you guys a history of the CFDA. So the CFDA is the Council of Fashion Designers of America Incorporated. It's a nonprofit trade association founded in 1962, whose members consist of nearly 370 of America's foremost women's wear, menswear, jewelry, and accessory designers. There's also a membership where you can join, but you have to be invited to. So it's only something that you can be invited to, and you have to have certain qualifications. Basically, the CFDA is the fashion Oscars, basically. It is where the peers within the fashion community vote on who is the best of this year. So we are going to talk about the best of 2025, and let's first talk about the winners of this year's CFDA Awards. But before we get into it, the host actually was Teyana Taylor, who has been doing very well PR-wise and just industry-wise. She has been killing it.
She's just everywhere.
She's everywhere, and she's doing a damn good job. She was chosen to be the host of this year's awards because she is basically, I'm not going to say she's a Tom Brown muse, but she has really been sporting a lot of his outfits before the Met. She's really been draped in Tom Brown for a really, really long time. And so she was chosen to actually host the awards. And she had a lot of nice get-ups. She went viral for her anatomy dress. Let's see if I can bring it up for you guys. Hold on. She went viral for this dress because everybody was just like, look at the structure of this. So yeah, let me bring it up and show you. And this is actually one of Tom Brown's designs. So, I don't know. Maybe Arnold can let us know. I don't know if she's a muse or whatever, but I do know that she stays laced in the latest Tom Brown. So there's obviously some kind of relationship there. But let me bring up her look that she went viral with most recently the anatomy dress. Okay. Why won't they let me? Me and StreamYard are not doing well, y'all. I just changed the format. So what are we talking about? I think everybody knows what the anatomy dress is, but I still want you guys to see it. Let's see if that works. It doesn't. It doesn't work. I hate StreamYard. They will not let me. File picker. What are we talking about?
What dress? What's the dress look like?
The anatomy dress. It's so awesome, and I want to show it, but they will not let me load the picture. And this is exactly why I am looking for a new streaming service. Let me try to do it this way. Hold on, Star fam. Sorry, technical difficulties. Talk amongst yourself. Rhode Island is either a road or an island. Discuss. If not, I'm just going to show you on my phone. Because, here we go. Now, see, StreamYard ain't slick. Because as soon as I talk about changing to a different streaming service, all of a sudden it works.
They said, oh, no.
All of a sudden it works. All right, let me bring it up. This is the dress. You know about this dress.
Oh, no.
Yes. You don't know about this?
No.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
What event was this at?
CFDA.
Oh, this was this night. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had a couple of changes, but this was the one that flooded my timeline.
Yeah, I didn't see this one.
Oh, it was everywhere. Everybody
I, for some reason, thought
you
were talking about. She recently wore Tom Ford by Hader Ackerman dress that was really, really revealing. It's really just like a string.
Oh, really?
A string and a long skirt, and it's so gorgeous. And I thought you were talking about that because
no. This is what I was talking about. Well, listen, she got the body for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the body was the same.
Such a great personality because everybody was talking about her hosting this year's CFDA Awards. I have a bit of excerpts from that. Her intro was, "One day I'll be here accepting an award, but until then, I'm your host. Good evening, beautiful people, and welcome to the 2025 Fashion Awards." Now, listen, I have always loved fashion. I'm that girl who dressed for every occasion. Yes, I'm extra. I love a theme. The real reason I'm here tonight is because I'm scouting. I need someone to make me something for jury duty. Peter, I know you're doing something with Alea, she jokes. Obviously, somebody wrote this for her. And then she speaks about I'm wearing Tom Brown. One of the reasons I admire and respect the industry so much is because you all are crazy in the best possible way. You dream big. Nothing is out of bounds. You bring people together. You unite freaks and dreamers like my man, Tom Brown. No one does freak like him. Tom took a chance on me a few years ago. I didn't have a stylist. I still don't. And he dressed me for my first CFDAs back in 2019.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we get to see that's how that
they have a relationship.
That's how that relationship developed. And I can't believe she still doesn't have a stylist.
Yeah.
She's just picking that stuff herself. She got a good eye. But when she also said that she will be up here accepting an award soon. And this is for fashion designers. So I guess maybe she's letting us know that she's leaning into creating something in fashion. If she does it, good for her. I think she has an avenue for it because she is somebody who really takes chances in fashion. So if that's what she wants to do,
I mean, as we'll discuss a little bit, you don't really have to be a fashion designer to get an award because they do icon awards and this and that. You know what I mean? They just do random awards for well-dressed people or celebrities who have influence in fashion and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that she'll probably be doing something like that.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's talk about who won this year for 2025. Mm-hmm. The American's Women's Designer of the Year is, of course, Ralph Lauren. Mm-hmm. The American's Menswear Designer of the Year is Tom Brown. And the American Accessory Designer of the Year, this gags me, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen for The Row. And then the Google Shopping American Emerging Designer of the Year winner is Ashlyn Park of Ashlyn Park. Now, I don't know anything about Ashlyn Park. Do you know?
I don't really know anything about it.
And I looked at a lot of her stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. But her peers think that I'm not saying that she's not killing it, but I was like, oh, yeah. I really didn't see anything about it, but her peers think that she's killing it. And especially The Row, like, I am really gagged by The Row.
So I will say the CFDAs is very, I mean, it is peer driven. Like, it really is your peers who are picking this. It's not the most popular. It's not the best selling, whatever. It really is just your peers picking this. I was not at all surprised by The Row. The Row has won several CFDAs.
Yes.
And The Row's accessories are so popular.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is wearing them. They're so influential. Like, The Row really just has been ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? Like, some stuff that is very, very popular now with other brands, The Row was doing like an iteration of it like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, there's some loafers that are so popular. From brands like YSL, and even you can get like them at cost and stuff like that. But like, The Row was doing them before. The Row did a flip flop, like a regular foam, like Old Navy looking flip flop that was so expensive, and everybody did flip flops. The Row did their Margot bag, which was super duper, and still is super duper popular, still super duper hard to get. Ferragamo has a pretty similar style. The Coach has like pretty similar style. So they really are like trendsetters in accessories.
Listen, I'm not saying they're not. I have known since living in New York that they were very popular back then, right? But I'm just like, who's the competition? Like, was Jacquemus the competition? Because he makes great, but you know, I also am a little.
He's French.
So. So yeah. So there is really, I'm not saying there isn't any American accessory competition, but I guess just not on this level.
It's American. It's American fashion. Yeah.
So that is very interesting. We got to start getting, we gotta get some people in there. Like, I feel like there are great accessory designers out there, but I'm not even thinking American. So maybe, you know.
Yeah, like it's not like they're competing with Chanel or Gucci or like any of the big leather goods houses or even like the Bottega Veneta. I mean, this is American fashion.
Yes, you are right. Wow. Okay. Well, this year they also we had honorees. They honored Cynthia Rowley, our girl Donatella Versace. Guys, can y'all tell me?
Who is not American. She just won
some. That's the thing that threw me. I'm like, okay. But I guess she made an impact in American fashion somehow. But she was being honored. Then we had Andre Walker. Me and Arnold were talking about it. We don't know much about Andre Walker. All I know about Andre Walker, what I remember him from, is that he was Oprah's hairstylist.
He was?
That's what when I said Andre Walker, I looked it up and I was like, oh, this is the same Andre Walker. And then you go to his Instagram and there is like nothing there that shows anything with fashion.
Well, what? Let me see. What is
he says? Even on his Instagram, it says designer, creative, companion, collection, and collaboration with industry et al. And that's it. But he got his award, child.
So what award? I just had it. What award? What's the official award? Let's see. He won the Isabel Toledo Board of Directors Tribute. That's the thing. They have all these awards that are not like of the year awards. And I don't really know what some of them mean.
I really wanted to see like what you go on his page, you just see him. You don't really see any. So I'm like, I don't know. I do not know what Andre does. If you guys know, let your girl fill us in on Andre Walker because I'm interested. It's a brother who is American. A Black American dude that's killing it in fashion and we don't know?
Mm-hmm. Also, Peter Muller from he's the creative director of Alaya. He won International Designer of the Year. So you see, it is an American awards, but they do an award for an international designer.
Mm-hmm.
So he got that. Sarah Moonves won the Media Award in honor of Eugenia Shepherd. Sarah Moonves is the editor-in-chief of W Magazine, which is like basically like my preferred fashion magazine right now because I'm not really fucking with Vogue. She's also the former CEO of CBS's daughter, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Ralph Rucci, who is a really influential American couturier. He won the Jeffrey Bean Lifetime Achievement Award, and I think that that's like well-deserved. He's like a great American designer who really like was working in like the highest level of couture. Yeah, and I think that's all the big awards. Did we do who won the jewelry award? Who was the jewelry designer of the year?
Ashland Park. No. Oh, it was the row. That's what we're just talking about.
No, that's accessories.
Yeah, didn't you say accessories?
Jewelry.
That's accessories.
No, jewelry is its own.
No, they have it. They have row under accessories. They're the only
one. And Jerry Lorenzo won an award too. The Innovation Award. For Fear
of God, right?
Right.
And now, is he Black?
Jerry?
Yeah.
I think so. Or
something, because I thought he was Black, and then I saw the hair and I saw Lorenzo. I said, well,
he may be Latino.
I don't,
He may be Afro-Latino.
Okay, Lorenzo. So I am even looking. Yeah, I still. There's so much we about Andre Walker. Good for him. I was just gagged when I saw the honorees. I was like, oh, Andre Walker. But I just found out he's not American. He is British born. But they're calling him the King of New York. I'm like, I thought it was Dapper Dan for fashion, but he's a huge guy right now. And you're right, so Seth, that is a different Andre. Andre Walker, the one we're talking about, did not do Oprah's hair.
Right. I'm like, I don't think this man is a hair stylist.
No, he's not. But they're calling him the King of New York for fashion, and I'm just like, I know about Dapper Dan.
I don't know.
This is the first time I heard about Andre.
I'm going to say that Jerry Lorenzo is let me see. I think he's Black.
You think he can?
Huh?
You think he can? Well, I've always thought that Fear of God was a Black-owned brand, but you just never can be sure these days.
I mean, well, even if he's not, even if he's like Latino, he's Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really like it's not really saying. I think he's Black. His dad was a baseball player, and his dad looked Black.
I just really wish I would have seen some of Andre Walker's like fashions. That's what's gagging me. I'm like, he has his award, and I'm like, I don't know any fashion.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't think that he is a fashion designer.
Yes, they said that he was working for Patricia Fields. He was helping her on Sex and the City. So he's been around for a very long time, but it's less like everybody else. It's really clear of who these people are, but Andre Walker is a mystery. And I'm like, I want to know about him.
He's been a fashion consultant for Marc Jacobs, Ken Jones, and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
He has his own line, and he worked for Willie Smith.
Yeah, he has his own line, but where?
Yeah, I don't really know much about him or his brand.
Whoever he is, his peers love him, and they are grateful for his genius. I would love to see some of his genius, but in due time, maybe we will see more of it. But those are the honorees for the CFDA. Now let's get into a few looks that we enjoyed from the carpet. I feel like falling in love. Keith Powers, Mr. Ryan Destiny. He was there. You know the thing about Keith? He looks like a black dad from the 90s.
He does.
This is somebody who was an adult in the 90s. This is such a 90s coded young man.
They're engaged, right?
Yeah, they're engaged. Mr. Ryan Destiny. They're engaged. Beautiful couple. Beautiful couple. I actually love this look on him because I feel like whoever is styling him is leaning into the fact that he is very 90s coded, 90s fine. I think this is genius.
I would call him like 90s fine.
Yeah. This is a 90s face, a 90s Black American face. Damn.
He's wearing Simkai. Jonathan Simkai.
Who's that?
Another American designer.
Oh.
Like, I think you'll see a lot of these people are wearing like American designers. Simkai's he's a pretty big American designer right now.
And that's actually really smart. It's the CFDA, so of course.
And it's blue leather. And I think this outfit looks very like 80s, 90s.
Yeah. It looks good. I actually really, really like it. I feel like I could see like one of my
this was also sponsored by Amazon Fashion somehow.
They always got their hands in something, child.
Yeah.
Whatever they can buy to influence, because fashion is political. But what I love about this outfit is that I could absolutely see one of my aunties who used to date dope boys and wise guys back in the day wearing this.
Not like, dope boys and wise guys.
This is definitely a Black American auntie fit who only dated dope boys. Love it. Love it.
Like a full leather suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good leather too. Oh wait. Here's Andre Walker. The honoree.
I love how tonight you're probably just gonna go down a rabbit hole all about Andre.
I absolutely am. Because when I was researching, I was just like, who is this? Mm-hmm. Like the fun, that's the thing that's gagging me. There's not much about him.
Yeah.
The CFDA has the most information about this man.
Yeah.
Like they say he designs, but what?
But apparently he's worked with really big influence. But that's the thing. It's peer driven. It's not who's popular. It's not who's Instagram famous. It really is a peer driven award show. It's like, and you said it's like the Oscars, but I would liken it more to the SAG Awards or something.
You know what? I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
It definitely is the SAG of fashion.
Yeah.
Next up, we have 94-year-old Vera Wang.
Listen, Vera is...
She's not going to age.
She's not going to age. At this point, Vera is more like socialite than like designer. Vera just be outside and just want to let y'all know. I think Vera is, 76? I think she's 76, right?
I think she's a lot older than that.
I don't think she's older.
No, I'm telling you, I think Vera Wang is a lot older than that. Hold on. Vera said, I'm outside. I'm outside. And good for her. She's worked her entire adult life. It's time for her to enjoy the fruits of her.
Yeah, she's 76.
Labor. Oh, she's 76.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at that. Damn near 80. Mm-hmm. Work. She looks good. And this is like her signature. This is her signature. The middle part busts down, showing the abs. This is her. 76. Work. Then we have Sierra
with the wigs. It's not always a middle part bust down. She give it to y'all.
Then we have Sierra. This for me was one of the best looks.
I loved this. I loved this.
So rich, so dynasty, just amazing.
And she is wearing Sergio Hudson, who is a Black American designer who dresses like all the girl, Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris.
Was it Michelle Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama? Didn't she give him his start? Like made his business.
I think she did give him like his first big breakthrough because she wore Sergio Hudson to Joe Biden's inauguration.
No. But I also think that she wore him to Obama's first inauguration because I think it was that burgundy two-piece. I think that burgundy two-piece with the burgundy fur was Sergio Hudson.
That was at Biden's inauguration.
The burgundy Michelle Obama. I remember that because I remember
the first
Beyonce
Obama
didn't have
inauguration.
kids.
Huh?
Beyonce didn't have kids then.
No, that she wore J. Crew to that.
To the first inauguration?
Yes. And Sergio Hudson was not a label then. We're old. That was 2008.
Really? Oh, yeah. He was a baby. He was a baby. You're right. I'm going to let you have that one. You're right.
No, she for sure wore J. Crew to the first inauguration. She wore a J. Crew coat.
Yeah. Well, I do remember the J. Crew coat thing because I remember J. Crew was like, we've never sold out like this before.
They never sold out like that.
Okay. Next up, we have Mandy Moore.
And she's wearing Ula Johnson. This picture doesn't do this justice because I actually thought this was really pretty.
Oh, really? Okay. Mm-hmm. I was just really gagged that this was Mandy Moore. I was like, when did Mandy Moore ever wear panties on a red carpet?
I know. It's not really like her thing, but yeah.
It's not. I'm like, oh, okay, Mandy.
And I actually have been reading a lot of stuff about her new appearance. They said she had a little touch up, but I mean,
really?
I don't really know. The jury's still out on that because she's like 45 or something like that. I'm like, I think she's just a little like older than the last time y'all saw her. But
I think so too, because I'm just like, this looks like Mandy Moore, just an adult.
It's like adult Mandy Moore. Yeah, but I did like this dress. I thought it was pretty unique and I thought it like moved well and was pretty.
I was just gagged. I was like, Mandy Moore on a red carpet, bottomless. I would have never.
She has a skirt, but yeah, I see what you mean.
Bottomless. I would have expected this from Sabrina Carpenter.
Right.
Or
and I'm sick of her being bottomless.
Oh, okay.
It's just like she's short, so her stylist doesn't put her in like loves a little like romper or panty or something, and it's like, how many times we gonna do this?
Yeah,
like,
it's lazy styling.
Just put her in platforms, give her some height. Like she can wear a skirt, she can wear pants.
Lazy styling, but I was just like, oh, okay, Mandy, child. let's wake them up, girl. She sure did. Next up we have Kimora Lee,
no Simmons. Kimora is really doing the rounds again because she's coming back to TV doing another, like her and her girls are doing. I keep saying her and her girls because I think the show was going to be about her and her girls, but she got about 6 kids.
Yeah,
she gets some kids with every husband. So
I don't think the boys are going to want to participate.
Yeah, I get the feeling that they won't, but I thought she looked amazing. She's wearing Oscar de la Renta, and I think that she looks amazing. She's slim and trim and still giving supermodel, and this is definitely her signature, like this long bust down here. So she is wearing Oscar de la Renta, and I believe that it is still Oscar de la Renta designed by their current duo, and I'm so glad that they go in because they recently stepped down. I'm so glad that they're going. They're going to focus on their own brand, Monse. But they really participated in dressing every, Nazi woman attached with the Trump regime, from Ivanka to JD Vance's wife and all that. And it was very, very intentional. And they scrubbed those pictures off the internet and off their page and stuff. But yeah, fuck them. I'm glad they're going. I think this is a really, really pretty dress. But yeah, not fucking with Oscar.
I will say it definitely looks like Oscar de la Renta. Like, it don't look like
it's to me, and I actually love that. It's really for you to wear an American designer to this event. But yeah, I think she looks great. Yeah.
Next up, we have Brandon Blackwood and his muse, Alandria. We talked about this before, but this was a really gorgeous look. I love how especially with the Landria, the hair match the dress. I love this leather. It
Oh,
just
that hair looks so pretty on her. That hair color looks
everything
so
just worked. Yeah, everything just works so well with this look. I think.
pretty.
Wait, is this leather or calf hair?
It's like, I think it's like pony hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I meant pony hair. Thank you very
it's
much.
pony hair.
I just think it's just gorgeous. The chocolate on chocolate just works.
I told you it gives
Um,
me 90s, like, maybe
yeah,
not prom, but like 90s dance. Like,
yeah,
this is what you wore to
yes,
like the sock hop or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
A '90s junior prom at an alternative school.
Yes, Junior. Yes. Yes, yes. No, I thought they looked great. And you know what? I'm gonna say, because I didn't say this last time, Brandon's really getting better with like the designs, because remember his first piece that he did was for Cheryl Lee Ralph, I believe, at the Emmys or something,
Yes.
and it was beautiful. But you could tell, I got the feeling that it was his first dress. She really, really gave him his first big break with that, because he's an accessories designer,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think that he's really getting, like, he got his cut, his tailoring down, and I think this is beautiful. Yeah, like, I really love this.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I remember when we did, I think what was it? The Emmys?
I think it was Emmys. Yeah, yeah,
And,
she won because she won an
and
Emmy in
she
it. Yeah,
won and she wore his dress and you were not pleased.
it just looked unfinished. It
Yeah,
looked
that's what
like,
you kept on saying. You were
yeah,
just like, she's a winner and she's up there in an unfinished dress. So to
yeah.
hear you say that you are so proud of him and you see so many improvements,
I'm so proud.
yeah,
It looked like she asked
Brandon,
him.
you've come a long way.
It looked like she asked him, like, I need a dress and I need it in 2 days. So do what
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. He has
Yeah.
come a long way. He really, really has.
Yeah, for
Good
sure.
for
It's,
him.
yeah.
Up next we have Amber Valletta, and I just wanted to put this picture up because this is the infamous J-Lo dress that Amber decided to wear, and I am just like, girl.
So listen, I actually just saw this guy who does like fashion commentary, and he just said, I don't want to see this dress no more. And he really ran down. So Amber Valletta wore this to the Versace fashion show in 2000. So 25 years ago, she wore this dress, gorgeous dress. Then, of course, we know J-Lo wore it to the Grammys.
Yep, the iconic dress.
Then one of the creators of iconic. Then one of the creators of South Park wore like a little replica of it to the Oscars. Then fast forward a couple years, J-Lo wore it again at a Versace fashion show. And then J-Lo was seen with it fashioned into like a pantsuit. And then someone else wore it. Then Amber wore, oh, and Jerry Halliwell from Ginger Spice wore it.
Everybody wore this dress, but Coco let us know, Christina let us know, Amber wore it first.
Amber wore it first. This is Amber's dress.
Amber wore it first.
Everybody thinks this is J-Lo's dress. This is Amber's dress.
Yeah, this is Amber's dress. So she's taking back her power.
This is Amber's dress. She's taking back her power, and it is Versace, which is an Italian brand, but I think she wore it in honor of Donatella Versace, who was honored that night. So while I'm not mad that Amber wore it because it's Amber's dress and Amber looks good, Amber looks just as good as she did 25 years ago. Amber's one of my favorite models.
She sure does.
We gotta retire this dress. We gotta retire this dress.
This is it. Next up we have JT.
JT. I do not know who JT is wearing. I did not see this. This was your pick, and I didn't really get a chance to look at this, and I didn't really see much of it on the.
I think it might be a Kara.
Or the blondes. Could it be the blondes?
Oh, it may be the blondes. It's either a Kara, Fashion Nova, or the blondes. It gotta be one of those. It gotta be.
I'm not.
My God, today.
I take it you're not a fan.
I did not like this at all.
It looked very.
I did not. I said out of everything that you could have wore, this is not the MTV Music Awards.
Right. That's what it very much gave.
I just did not like it. And I felt like for something like this is when you can be fun with fashion. This is like, it's not the Met Gala, but it's really where you can take a risk. And
It's for like Fashion Insider. Or let me see if I can find it.
This didn't look like a risk to me.
I didn't really even see like photographs of this anywhere.
And I think, and here's the problem with the BBLs. They don't know how to dress. A lot of these stylists do not know how to dress BBLs outside of sex work.
Well, the stylist can't dress it because the clothes aren't made for it.
True.
Like, these are not natural proportions.
True.
When you cut a garment to a person's, measurements, or to a bust form or a mannequin, these bodies are unnatural. Nobody looks like this. Nobody is shaped like this. No natural body is shaped like this. She's also really, really short with like hips and butt that go like that. And it's just crazy.
Which is so weird, because with JT being an American rapper, she should be at the CFDA, because rappers, if we're going to tell the whole story, rappers were at the forefront of fashion in the late 80s and 90s. And I think because of rappers like Little Kim, we get rappers like JT being invited to sit at the table, because Little Kim was at that time a fashion icon. Mm-hmm. And so that is why they're getting invited to these spaces. So it's just like, know the history, respect the history, and show up like a fashion girl, because that's what you're being invited to. And I was disappointed, because JT, although this is a BBL, I feel like it's a realistic, the proportions are realistic for a Black auntie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think they're realistic in that way, but I was just like, wow, you had a huge opportunity to really show up and show out in fashion, and this was the choice. I was disappointed. I wanted more from her.
The only thing I can get is that she's done up by Mac, because I think she's representing Mac in some way. So her makeup and she was there.
Oh, the makeup is great. Her makeup and hair never miss. And she's also a fashion girly. So I'm just was a little taken aback by this. I was like, oh, not her and Mandy Moore in panties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like this though. I think she looks very pretty, but I don't like this dress. I don't like it. And you can't see it, but I hate the shoes that she wore with this.
Did she wear them big black shoes?
They're not big black shoes, but they're like burgundy, like gator skin, and it's like, you're wearing pink and gray.
Well, she likes to wear a lot of her boyfriend's shoes, so that's probably
and these could be his. These could be his.
That's probably what it is. They share a lot of each other's fashions. Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Next up we have Teyana Taylor,
and she's in Tom Brown. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is the look that I saw her in, and this was like the look of the night to me. I thought she looked amazing. Her face looks amazing. The accessories look amazing. Like, I thought this was incredible. Mm-hmm. I didn't see the other dress that you showed me. What did you call it? The anatomy dress. I didn't see that. I saw this, and I just thought it was incredible. I
actually love this. This to me is what I'm not saying I wanted JT to show up in this, but this is what I was expecting. This
would have been the time to pull something like this out.
Yes. Yeah. This was what I was expecting. This was breathtaking. She looked amazing. You could tell that she loved the look, just because of the way she was owning the red carpet. I love it. I love how she takes risks. I love how she always has fun in fashion, and I think it's paying off for her. She looked great. Mm-hmm. Next up we have A$AP and Riri.
Rihanna is wearing Alaya by winner of the night, Peter Muller, and A$AP is wearing Chanel, I believe.
He loves Chanel.
And it was very interesting because, like, he does, Chanel does not specifically do menswear. So
Mm-hmm.
Chanel do like custom menswear, and you'll see men in a lot of Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's in a full Chanel look, and she's
Mm-hmm.
in new season Alaya, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was amazing. I don't know who is styling Rihanna. I don't know if Adam Selman is still styling Rihanna, but we know Rihanna is one of the best dressed people like on the planet. But this really, Rihanna just had her seventh
Her baby.
baby,
Mm-hmm.
and Rihanna really knows how to dress her body at all times. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, you gain a little weight or you're pregnant or you're freshly postpartum, your body is not your own. And women tend to wear like frilly skirts or like
Yeah.
high empire waist skirts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's fully covered, but it still looks sexy. Like these little stirrup. I don't know if you can see them here, but she has like a little stirrup pant
Yeah.
that Maya did this season. She's fully covered, but I think she looks so sexy and so cool, like she
Mm-hmm.
always does. I just thought this looked so cool. I think he looks cool too in a completely different way. Like, I love this look. I would wear this. I've worn like versions of this before. I just think that they look. I just think they're such a cool couple.
Yeah. I will agree with that. I will also say that there is from I've always said this to the Star family. Nobody dates up or marries up more than men because Rihanna and ASAP are there. Rihanna would have been invited anyway, but Rihanna and ASAP are there together because ASAP was given the fashion icon, the fashion icon award at the CFDA. And for me, I was taken back. I was like, fashion icon, and maybe he is, but I also think that that's why it's so important to pick the right partner, because I believe that the influence of Rihanna got him in these spaces, in these rooms. I think had it not been for Rihanna, he would not have had the Met Gala.
For
Had it not been
sure.
for Rihanna, he would not have this fashion icon award. And I feel like the fashion accessory that he is receiving so much praise for is Rihanna.
For
Because I
sure.
was just like, I don't know what looks. I'm just thinking, listen, I don't know a lot, but I was just like, what looks does he have to make him the fashion icon? Unless we're going off of the Met Gala, which
I mean,
was
I
a
will give it to
that.
ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky like can dress, and he is like, his whole
Mhm.
thing is being like fly Harlem nigga, and that's his whole thing. And like he always experimented with fashion. He not like trying to be a thug. He not trying to be
Mhm.
hard. He wearing labels. He wearing bags and all that. So that is his thing. But I don't know that he would have gotten the full attention of the fashion world the way that he does get it and has been getting it if it were not for his association
Yes,
with Rihanna.
absolutely.
It is his thing, is her thing, but I think that she just like career wise is and was on a different level than him, and so I think that really made it,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because when I saw that, I was just like, listen, some people might know his fashion more than I do, but I really think that it was the influence of Rihanna that really opened up those doors for him. So
yeah.
again, your partner matters. Next up, our final look of the night is the gorgeous Angel Reese, who is really becoming a fashion girl,
She's really becoming a fashion
and I
girly.
love that for her.
I do, and she seems to really enjoy it. Let me see,
Mhm.
because I also did not see this at the awards either. Do you know who she's wearing?
I had no idea. I know hopefully they're an American
Oh,
designer.
she's wearing Sergio Hudson.
Of course. Of
She's
course.
she's wearing Sergio Hudson.
You know
Let me
what?
tell you really quickly. I know we just went on a little discussion about Sergio Hudson. He's really a great designer. He's from South Carolina, and I was recently working. I went on like a little scouting trip, and I was like, really got to see some of his collections like up close, and it's really good American sportswear. It's beautiful stuff. And again, Black designer, American designer. Y'all support him. Y'all support Laquan Smith. Like, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
The thing about it is, when I saw this, I didn't want to say Sergio Hudson, but I just thought of Sergio Hudson just because of the draping.
I kind of, if it weren't for the draping, I would have thought that little sequin dress was like Laquan Smith or something.
Me too. Me too. Yeah. If it wasn't for the draping, I would have thought Laquan, but because of the draping, I'm like Sergio, because Sergio to me is so dramatic. I feel like he needs to come out with like an opera diva line because he will body it. He really loves the dramatics of fashion, and I love that about him. And it shows up a lot in his draping. But
he actually was there with Sierra. I found like a really, I don't know. Oh no, you can't see it. It's going to be too bright. But he was there with Sierra. I mean, Sierra wore him, and he was there with her. So
he knows what he's doing. And I second what Arnold said about Sergio Hudson. I've seen him in a few interviews, and I've seen him guest judging on a couple of fashion fashion shows. He not only is a Black American designer, he is a Black American designer who came into the industry because he wanted to dress Black artists. Like he really is somebody who is very not just about fashion, but very about his community. And he is very aware of his impact as a designer and is always looking for, especially Black women, to dress within the industry. And I love that about him because Black women are so overlooked in this industry. And we have designers like Sergio Hudson, who is a powerhouse, who is looking out for Black women in the entertainment industry. And I just love that about him. And I second what Arnold said. Please support him if you can, because he is a powerhouse that is for the community.
And speaking of, Michelle Obama just wore him in the latest issue of People too. Like Michelle and her stylist Meredith, they keep it with Sergio. They do.
I love it. I love it.
You know why? Because Sergio is Sergio really seems to be what a lot of designers are not anymore. And Sergio is a tailor. Sergio does suiting. Like, there's a lot of designers who have ideas and can create and stuff like that. I could say that about me. I've designed stuff, but Sergio knows fit and cut, and he tailors, you know what I mean? Like some people just have ideas. I want it to look like this. I can do a sketch, and then you turn it over to a seamstress or something like that. Like Sergio knows how to make a jacket. He knows how to make a skirt. He knows how to fit a bodice, and you know what I mean? Like I think that he's like a really well-trained designer in that way.
Yeah. He really is. I love his work, and one day I'll be able to afford to be in it.
So wait, I'm so that was such a perfect segue, because somebody we reviewed something, and I think Alandria wore a Laquan Smith piece, and you wanted it for your birthday, and I know your birthday's coming up. No. I thought when I saw she took a picture with Laquan Smith, and I was just like, if she wears that outfit, if she wears that dress. But are you wearing the dress?
I'm not wearing the dress. Well, here's the thing. Two things have happened. I can't find the dress. And if I did find the dress, I wouldn't be able to fit in it right now.
Oh, okay.
Give me some time. I pushed back, so I'm still searching for it. And one thing about LA, I feel like I can find it out here in LA. So I'm going to get boots on the ground. But I pushed back my debut in that dress to Valentine's Day.
Send me the dress. That is literally my job.
Oh, yes. So my goal is to wear that dress and do like a Valentine's Day out here in LA. Okay. So I'm working on it. I got a class tomorrow morning. A weight training class is getting me together. Okay. And I'm going to get in that dress and we'll talk. Okay. We'll talk. Arnold, I need that dress discounted. There's a dress. I need the dress and I need a fur from his collection, but I need it discounted. I'll even wear it if it's a rental.
Well, when did it come out?
This was his recent collection.
Oh, it was his new collection? Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was like okay. I will send it and we'll see what we can do.
We'll talk. All right, moving on to why everybody's here. Let's talk about the audacity of wealth. So right along with the CFDA Awards, more recently, we had two parties that really just vomited wealth at an uncomfortable time for Americans. And one is the Great Gatsby that our current, well, our current president is Gavin Newsom, child, but our current president on paper, for God knows how long. I don't think he's going to be president much longer, child. But he had a event at Mar-a-Lago where it was just
God, I didn't even know we were okay.
Oh no, we're not. I'm just going to briefly talk about it, but we're going to go into why we're all here. Yeah. He had a party at Mar-a-Lago called the Great Gatsby, and it just vomited wealth. And a lot of people thought that party was so insensitive because this is a man that made the decision to withhold, I believe, 78 million Americans food stamp benefits right before the holiday season, or just withhold them altogether. And now his administration is trying to remove health care for double the amount of Americans. And a lot of people just thought that at a time where he is causing so much financial suffering and just suffering in general, to have a party like that was so tone deaf. However, Kris Jenner said, well, let me top that.
Let me top that.
Let me top that. So Kris Jenner had her 70th birthday party shortly after that, and she held it in Jeff Bezos' $175 million mansion, and everybody who was anybody with money in Hollywood showed up. Some people who we never thought would show up to that showed up to that, and it caused quite a bit of controversy. Let me bring up the pictures. So, of course, Kimora Lee was there. Bill Gates was also in attendance. The CEO of Netflix and his wife was in attendance. Chris Rock, Mariah Carey, Tyler Perry. Oh, where's the other picture? Oh Lord, I don't want to post this one, but I have to, because this is what got the girls going, and it doesn't want to load. It must be a post. It must be a sign. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta. Let's see. Lord. Oh.
Mark Zuckerberg, his wife.
Mark Zuckerberg and his
Hailey
wife.
Bieber, Justin Bieber.
Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber was there allegedly. Allegedly Justin had there was, you know what? I feel like he gets so many allegations because
I feel like he gets a lot of allegations
all the time. Everybody says he's on drugs. Then if he's at a part, there's allegations of him giving Cordell Beckham a blowjob. It's just like at a party. It's
Wait, so what?
We don't remember that? It was this viral video of him at one of Diddy's many parties. And people were just like, oh, the camera got put on him. He jumped up, and everybody was just like, oh, he jumped up because he was doing something to Cordell, to Odell. Allegedly. I just feel like everybody wants to put a lot on this kid.
They do.
It's unfortunate. Tristan Thompson was also there. The Jamaican
all the kids were there.
All the kids were there.
All the girls.
We also
Courtney looked like she didn't want to be there, but she was there.
Yes. I want to know.
Here's that little man. Oh, Tristan is in the back.
Yeah, it's it also seems like paparazzi was there. Of course, paparazzi was there. Bill Gates was there with a gift. What he giving her? What is he giving her? The richest man in the world. What are you giving this lady? What are you giving this lady? And then the picture that Harry and Meghan were also there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the picture that broke the internet. My God, today. My God, today.
It's just
Listen, regardless of what comes out of this conversation, I'm gonna be at Act 3. I'm gonna be, throw your tomatoes. I will be at Act 3. Say what you want about this billionaire, but they put out good product. So here's the thing. One thing I want to say about this. I am actually glad that this picture was out there. I'm glad that all these celebrities were there at this lady's party. I don't think normally it's a big deal because as somebody, this is what I want to tell you guys. Just because people are invited to parties out here in Hollywood does not mean that these people know each other and that they are friends.
Yes.
I got invited to a party. Jamie Foxx did not invite me, right? But I was invited to this party.
Yes.
I didn't know that man. I never met that man. Didn't even meet him at his own party, but I got invited there. What happens is with a lot of these celebrity parties is that they are just networking events. They're networking events and they're PR. That's all it is. However, had this party happened at a different time,
it would have been received differently.
It would have been received differently. But because we are in a time where the American people are being pressed and crunched by this government and the wealthy, this party was just in poor taste.
It was just in poor taste.
In poor taste. And then to come off of that party at Mar-a-Lago to come to this one, it was bad timing and it was in poor taste. And a lot of people who have parasocial relationships with these entertainers, which is what they are, guys. They are entertainers. They are not revolutionaries. They are not leaders of the slave revolt. They are entertainers. They are there to make a coin off of their talent. But because
they are there to make a coin off of us.
Yes.
Off of us.
Yes. And so because the people who they make a coin off of are people who have been affected by these people, especially people like Kris Jenner, whose family they've never come out and said that they have voted for Trump. But Kim Kardashian is posting all the time about how she's best friends with Ivanka. They are always, doing collabs with Elon, who has obviously stolen America's election. It's just looking like, why would people who we support financially, who we have made very famous because we enjoy their talent and we enjoy what they do, we are the people that this administration is harming, erasing, robbing. Mm-hmm. Why would people who we support associate with these people? Mm-hmm. Why, in a time where we are losing so much to people who we support and people who we have made wealthy, why are they deciding that this is the time where they're going to align themselves with losers? So I think that was the biggest issue here, because I think especially artists like Beyonce speak to a lot of working class people, a lot of Black people, a lot of gay people, a lot of people who this administration is harming. So I don't necessarily
actively harming, yes.
Actively harming.
Intentionally harming. Yes.
Intentionally harming. So it is the association to this family that has known to buddy up with this administration, but also as a Black woman, aligning yourself, you too, Mariah Carey, aligning yourself with a family that has been known to steal from Black people, specifically Black women, designers. Why would you align yourself with people who are not only harming your community, but harming your customer? And what I want to say about that is because there was a lot of Black people there. And I think that was the issue. A lot of Black people was just like, yo, what are y'all doing here? Y'all didn't get the memo. But you also have to realize, guys, class consciousness is happening. And that is why this party has been such, both parties, that's why they have just not set well in people's spirit because class consciousness is coming. And with class consciousness, you become more aware. You are woke to what is happening now. And you know how when you put two and two together and you figure out a situation, especially about somebody, everything they do now start to annoy you. Yeah. Everything, like you're just annoyed. Everything is pissing you off because you now have this information of a situation you didn't know about before.
Y'all know I love Hotep Nikki.
So that's what's happening. People are getting this information and they're seeing what's happening, and then they're just like, hold the hell up. Why are you there?
Right.
Because you being there is saying this. Whether you believe it or not, you're saying you're comfortable with being associated with people like that. Yeah. I also think that it is a lot of people within these fan bases who have tried to make it seem as if Beyonce does not like the Kardashians and she's not friends with them without ever hearing her say anything. So I think for a lot of those people as well, this dispelled the fantasy that they had in their mind.
Right.
And I'm actually glad it happened because for the final straw with class consciousness is celebrity worship dying. We cannot get there if you are still worshiping these people. So now that people are waking up, now that people are seeing that there is class consciousness within the 1%. Like they work together as a unit. Yeah. They will never go against each other. Right. They will work together as a community to remain the 1%, even if it means harming you, disrespecting you, or losing you as a fan base. They will stick together. Now, this is not a commentary on the people who were there because we really do not know them. Like that's why I did the disclaimer in saying you can go to somebody's party and not know them. Right. You can take a picture with somebody and not know them. It is honestly just PR for a lot of these people, and that is how their industry works. So for you are thinking that this is a really big deal because for us, the working class, if we go to somebody's party, oh, we know them. Right. We're celebrating their life. We don't go to people's parties we don't know. But it is very different within that community because it is a way to network. It is a way to be seen. I think, and I'm just going to speak for Beyonce, I think this was a bad PR move for her.
Yes.
Take over, Arnold.
So I agree with a lot of what you said. And I want to be honest and frank about this. If this was at a different time, I would have been all about some shit like this, like a big party. Like I love, like the society, like what we think of as society or whatever. And this really wasn't a society party. This was a celebrity party, but there was a lot of wealthy people there. It was, the party actually looked really fab. I cannot lie. The Great Gatsby party looked tacky as fuck, as is everything that's associated with that man. It was in Florida. Everyone was ugly. It was no one no one was well dressed. No one looked fab. This party actually did look kind of fab. But I do I've been seeing a lot of commentary about it. I've been participating in some of the commentary. And one of my friends said to me, well, who do you expect them to hang out with? Like, those are their friends. I said, these are not their friends. They do not know those people. I said, there were a bunch of extremely wealthy people, losers who have money and want to be friends with celebrities. Because as rich as Kris Jenner is and all her daughters are, why are you having a party at Jeff Bezos' house? Y'all all got fab houses. Y'all have parties all the time. Jeff Bezos was like, oh, y'all can have it in my $165 million mansion. But why would I? Because he wants association with famous people because he's just rich. His wife wants association with famous people because she's just rich. She wants to really be seen as a fashion girl, even though she's tacky as fuck.
That's the thing. They have money, but they're not with the in crowd.
They're not with the in crowd.
They have money, but they're not cool.
Yes, Bill Gates has money. He's not cool. Mark Zuckerberg is the opposite of cool, but he has money. He was invited. The guy from Netflix has money, but these aren't famous people. You know what I mean? So it's the perfect blend and the association. And yes, I do think, and listen, You are who you are. You're blessed with the money you have. You're blessed with the things that you have. I can't knock nobody for that. However, considering what is happening at this time, the thing with the Kardashians, they are famous, but they're not famous for talent. They just are famous. So it's an inflated, almost false sense of self. So Chris actually is the catalyst of this herself because
Mhm.
she can't help when her birthday is. She turned 70. She only gonna turn 70 once. Have your party
Mhm.
because she is celebrity obsessed. She posted all. I only know who was at this party because Chris Jenner told me who was at her party.
Yeah, for a reason.
Chris Jenner could have had this party and been like, "Oh, maybe I'm not gonna post these pictures because it's a little. It looks like we're throwing, our wealth in these people's faces at this
Mhm.
time. We gonna spend $10 million on a party or whatever the fuck it costs." While people are starving. So every rich person who was a rich, immensely wealthy person who was there, and I'm not even talking about the celebrities who are, some of them are billionaires. Most of the actors and actresses and singers and stuff like that are not as wealthy as some of the other guests. These people aren't donating any money. These
Mhm.
people aren't giving money to Snap, to make up for Snap. And so many people in that room could have, and it would not even have hurt their bottom line. They
Mhm.
could have done some kind of, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying they're obligated to do this, but it's just such this. This is what these people can do, and this is what these people are not going to do, and this is how they're going to spend their money. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But again, no, they're not friends with them. I was surprised by some of the black people just because I never had seen them with the Kardashians. But I wasn't because, as you said, it's class solidarity. And once you got $1 billion, it don't matter that you black because, like,
You're
I got
not
to
black, you're OJ.
yeah, like it doesn't matter. So I didn't expect that. Tyler Perry has what $2 billion now. Beyonce has $1 billion now. Jay Z got a, but you know what I mean. Oprah and her wife were there.
Mhm.
Like they got $1 billion.
I cannot stand you.
They got $1 billion. And I didn't mean to take a shot at Oprah because I love Oprah, but I do. I don't fuck with Gail. I'm not doing Gail.
Oh,
Um,
why?
I find Gail to be Gail. Listen, Gail be outside. Gail is of the upper classes. Gail be at weddings and events that
Y'all don't care.
black people in America not even checking for. Gail's at weddings in Gestad and St.
Yeah.
Moritz and stuff like that. Gail be outside with the 1%.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing. But Gail ain't thinking about no poor people. Gail ain't thinking about no black people. And this Gail
Yeah.
going to space. And what she say? Have y'all been to space? Y'all criticizing you been to space?
That was such a terrible PR move for her. We were all
That's
like, "Yo, why are you up there?"
why are you up there? And she said, what's the problem? Y'all been to space? But Gail, you went to space because Jeff Bezos sent you to space. And why? And they really thought they were astronauts. They really
Mhm.
came down like, well, I've been this, but Gail,
And tried to make it like a woman's empowerment movement, and everybody was just like, "No, nobody should be up there.
they're
Y'all
like,
spent all that money to go to space. Give it to
taking up
charity."
space. It's like,
Ugh.
yeah, you're taking up space from actual astronauts who worked their whole lives for this. And two female astronauts did get to go, but it was all overshadowed because Gail King and Lauren Bezos and fucking
Yep.
Katy Perry went up there. Like, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a class solidarity thing. And I was really surprised because it was just bad PR. Listen, we don't know these people. We don't talk to these people. These people don't owe us anything. However, there is a PR machine that does say if it wasn't all photographed, we wouldn't have known who was at that party and it would have been fine. But it was posted to the internet and it was with this one thing. She was going, I know Chris Jenner
Yep. Come on.
wanted more than anything to have that picture with Beyonce and
Yep.
with Harry and Meghan. I
Yep.
know that was her whole goal. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Um, and she got it. But in the past, it would have been like somebody in your camp would have been like, this might not be the time for you to be seen at Jeff Bezos' house. You know what I mean? And you know what? And I'll add Jeff Bezos' wedding to this in Venice, which disrupted Venice. All those 50 plus private planes came. We know how bad that is for the environment. And the entire wedding was people that he don't know, that he's not friends with. I never, all the Kardashians were there too. You're not friends with these people, Jeff. You and Lauren are not friends with these people. You invited them because you could afford to pay for them to come to Venice and be photographed at your wedding. You don't know them, but you want to be associated with them. So you offer your home for Kris Jenner to have this party at. You know what I mean? And it, everything all right?
I think my sister is trying to get it. Hold on. I'm like, what is that? Hold on. Hello? Oh my God. No, it's. I thought my sister was trying to get in. It's not that. It's raining, guys. It's raining in LA. So it was like it's the raindrops. We got a sunroof, so the raindrops are falling on the rooftop, and it sounds like somebody's knocking.
Oh, okay.
You don't got the key. Sorry, go ahead.
But no,
raining. Yay!
But as far as Beyonce usually is a little more PR savvy than this. So I was surprised. I wasn't surprised that she was there because she probably ran into them, and she probably knows her because of Kanye and all that. But I thought it was really a big thing, the fact that she did not, for whatever reason, I'm not saying we know what's going on between them, but she wasn't going to that wedding. I don't want to be associated with Kim, but at this point, she's like, "Oh, I'll go to the." She went to the party and was photographed.
She went to the party with her mom. Listen.
Jay-Z was there too. I didn't see them together, but yeah, I saw him in his own car. He wasn't like with Jay-Z. I mean, she wasn't with Jay-Z.
Here's the thing
that I saw.
I think that Mama Tina and Kris Jenner are friends.
Yes,
or just cordial. Because here's the thing: moms in the industry, it's not a lot. Right?
Yeah.
They're not like really active, like especially who like live in LA and really are active in the industry. Not a lot of moms are. So I can see them having a mom circle of associates. I wouldn't say friends.
And I would say they're like around the same age.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it friends. I would call it associate because in this industry, you don't have friends. You have associates that you can work with to get something out of. Like not a lot of people got friendships out here like that. And if they do, it's people that they came up with. Mm-hmm. So I would consider them associates of that matter. And I think that the whole family was invited, but I think they all came. Here's the thing. Kris Jenner is a very smart woman. She knows PR and she knows she is so smart. She has to be the greatest plantation mistress on the face of this earth. I'm telling you, nobody knows how to farm Black people better than Kris Jenner. That when I saw those photos, I said, Beyonce, you're done, and she played you. I knew because we only saw the photos with the Black people. The photos of everybody else are paparazzi photos of them arriving. But the pictures that hit the internet was her cozying up to Beyonce, her cozying up to Tyler Perry, her in pictures with Mariah Carey, her in pictures with Chris Rock. It was smart and it was strategic because that family is falling out of favor with the Black community. And now Kim's has opened up like 15 stores of Skims in Israel. So they need good PR. And the only good PR they're going to get is getting in the good graces of Black people. So those pictures were to let Black people know, see Black people, the Black people that you like so much, they like me. They think we're good people. Come back, Blacks. Come back to the plantation. We got bacon and cornbread. Come on back. That's what that was.
And it was fried chicken and cornbread. It wasn't bacon.
Fried chicken. We got hush puppies. Come come on back to my Calabasas plantation, because without Black people, that family is going to crumble. And now Skims is opening up them stores in Israel. It's a wrap. They need Black people.
I don't think it's not looking good. The Skims thing is just, it's not looking good. People are over it. I'm not seeing Black people saying good things. I'm not seeing white people saying good. I have seen some people saying like, "Oh wow, like no matter what you think of them, she sure brought out like an amazing guest list." And I'm like, "Yeah, you could. I mean, if you want to say that there's a lot of rich people there, is that like really an accomplishment?" But again, I don't think that they're really like friends with all these people. People think that like just because these people are all celebrities that they're all friends. Like Mariah Carey is not friends with them. She got an invitation because they want to invite celebrities, and she came. She probably was like, "I want to see what Jeff Bezos." A lot of
these people are paid to appear to these things.
Yeah,
a lot of times they pay big name celebrities to show up so people can think that they are cool with these people.
Yeah,
and that fan base of that celebrity can, come over to that person. A lot of them are paid to do that. A lot of them are, inviting because they are big donors to certain things. Like these people are not friends. So I'm like, that picture with Beyonce, it is good PR for Kris Jenner, bad PR for her. That does not mean that these people are friends.
It does not mean these people are friends.
I think this is a co-worker thing. I don't think that it's really these deep relationships.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah. But whatever it is in the eyes of like the viewer, people be like, "Oh, they're friends," and it's just a bunch of rich people, while like the rest of like a lot of people are facing the prospect of starving.
Yeah.
Because they've been out of work for, they're a federal worker, and they're a federal worker.
2 months. They have not been paid for 2 months.
And they rely on SNAP. So like, not only are you a federal worker, but now like the money that you were guaranteed, because you're not getting a paycheck, you're getting on SNAP. And then it's at Jeff Bezos' house. Jeff Bezos is such a disgusting, horrible person. As we said last time, SNAP benefits are not getting doled out, and the man who owns the second most profitable company in the country, most of his workforce is on SNAP. So while most of his workforce is not going to be able to eat, they had this big party at his house that he paid for. And like, who got $165 million house? Nobody needs $165 million house, not even in Bel Air. Like, it's some fab ass houses, but like, sir, everyone hates you, as they should. And it just was so obscene. And I'm not like hating on them for being rich. Success is success, but it's just the flaunting of wealth at this time just seemed the optics of it
are just terrible,
so disgusting. And again, like, you cannot attach yourself to these people, because if it's one thing about that family, and I'm gonna say Kim in particular, people call her a billionaire. I don't think that she is like a certified billionaire. I don't think
anybody in that family is billionaires.
They're not billionaires, but they are multi-millionaires. And no matter how much money Kim makes, Kim will do anything no matter how unsavory, for money. And like, her, as successful as Skims is, it's just like, if she had a good press agent, they would be like, this may not be the time to open these stores in Israel. You're doing so well. It is going so successfully.
During an active war.
There is an active war. And
what are we doing?
What are we doing? Also, like, everybody knows at this point that Skims is like a concept that you really stole from Kanye. You know what I mean? Like,
just Nude like, Bear is what she stole it from.
Yeah, Nude Bear. Yeah, like you kind of steal these ideas, make all these money off of it, and you do nothing. Like, you didn't need a paycheck. You don't need the expansion paycheck. You know what I mean? You in Nordstrom, you in Saks, Skims has its own boutiques. You have expanded. It's going well. Now you're going into whatever is done in the public is intentional. Yes, it's intentional. So it's like, this is on purpose. You are throwing it back in our faces that like, I don't give a fuck how it looked to y'all that I'm going to be in Israel. I'm trying to make money. And it's like, you're gross. You're gross. Also, this is I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is a woke fashion thing we doing. I thought Kim looked very pretty.
Oh, she looked amazing. I was gonna put that picture up because I'm hating, but I said, it seems like the black culture vulturing is still working for you because you
no, she looked really pretty. I thought Chloe looked really pretty. I thought Courtney looked a mess. I thought Kendall looked pretty but boring. I did not like Chris's dress. She wore an archival Givenchy dress. I want them. This is so bad because like this is so trivial, but they have some collaboration with Lorraine Schwartz. Lorraine Schwartz is one of their friends, the jewelry designer. They like all of them pretty much only wear Lorraine Schwartz, not Chris wore Bulgari jewels, but I want them to stop with the same Lorraine Schwartz diamonds, teardrop diamonds and shit. It's just getting boring. It's just something I noticed. Chloe had it on, Kim had it on, and I'm just like, they're diamonds. Do diamonds ever go out? No, but it's like I've seen her in these like 100 times and I ain't like it. But as far as the fashions, Kim looked pretty.
they look great, but to me, it just, I guess because of the time that we're in, it was just a big FU.
It was a big FU.
FU because it's just like, where is...
And I'm sorry, bring that comment back. It was intentional. Whatever is to the public is intentional. No. Wait. She said whatever showed to the public is intentional. So the big FU was intentional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to find the comment. I want to find it, but yeah, it wasn't. Oh, here it is. It was very intentional. It was just like, you guys are starving, we are not. It's giving Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake.
It very much gave let them eat cake.
And I was very much. This is just not a good look. Now, I will say this: if Beyonce and Mama Tina and all of them, if they were friendly with the Kardashians before, I personally don't believe that they will be again. Because again, those pictures from inside the party, we were not supposed to see them.
Right. Just have the party.
The paparazzi was when people came in. The people who were not seen by the paparazzi did not want to be seen. So if they evaded the Kardashian carpet and the paparazzi, why would you then take pictures of them and show them inside the party? They obviously didn't want to take pictures. And I honestly think the pictures that they did take with her were for her, like pictures of her party, for her memories. I don't think that those people consented to their pictures being put out there. But again, you got to be quicker than that. And you have to be smarter than that. And that's why Black people have to be very careful around that family, because we are their bread and butter. And they will use every one of us that they can to stay relevant, because without Black people, they have nothing. And when I saw that picture, I said, "Bae, you so smart. You were. Smart. How you let them get you?
You were.
You so smart."
And if I can be frank, I ain't like her dress.
Who?
Beyonce's.
Well, now we're getting a little crazy town. She looked amazing. She looked amazing.
She looked good because she always looks good, but
she looked amazing.
She looked good, but
we can be angry. We can be angry at her decisions, but we don't have to lie on her. We don't have to lie.
I didn't think it was a good decision of anyone, and I can't even
absolutely.
And yeah, like the focus was like, if we're thinking about it, like especially the Black people who were there, I don't think that is a good PR look for any person. any person.
And here's the thing for Beyonce, it was just like you just got off a controversy where you were sitting down with Ivanka and Jared. Why would you? I was just like, girl, what is happening?
Even if here's a big thing to me. Even if I was like industry friends with or friends with, that's the thing. Like you're not friends with Kris Jenner. You would be friends with one of her daughters or something like that. We would be friends with one of her daughters. We wouldn't be friends with this 70-year-old lady. Even if I was friendly with the family, friendly enough to be invited, once I knew it was at Jeff Bezos's house, even if I knew and liked Jeff Bezos, I'd have been like, I don't know if I want to be, for my career, I don't know if I want to be photographed at a party at his $165 million mansion. If I was
the guy that just laid off
30,000 people, if I was cool with Kim, like just cool with her, after the announcement about like the Israel thing, I'd have been like, I gotta like, I'll come over, but not like for the cameras, you know?
But again, Arnold, we're working class people, right? So we have a bit more discernment. When you start to make a certain amount of money and you have people just telling you whatever you want to hear, that the discernment there is lacking. It's giving the emperor's new clothes. Like that's how they are.
The discernment is lacking. Yeah.
Yes, that's how a lot of wealthy people get caught up because you are surrounded by so many yes people. Yeah. Nobody is saying this isn't a good idea. And I'm so shocked at her publicist.
But that's what a publicist does, though. Like, I think that they're like, if your career advances from people telling you this is not a good look, but this is a good look, but this is not a good look, but this is, and it's just like, where is the discernment? Because there are people to pay to have this discernment for you.
And that was so shocking to me because I'm also just like, I think that Beyonce is aware of her influence. I don't know if she's aware of how many people in high places are aware of her influence and how impactful she is. Because remember, the dinner with Ivanka and Jared, that's the only picture we saw of that dinner.
Yeah.
That's the only picture we saw. That is strategic. They are doing that for a reason. They are doing that to say, hey, Beyonce
was here, right?
I'm like, girl, they're playing you. Like, get away from them.
Get away.
They are playing you.
Yeah.
I just could not. But I think her PR person is Yvette. I'm like, Yvette, get our girl. What is happening? Yeah. And that takes me to social stuff saying, so you're going to cancel Beyonce. I'm taking a poll. No. For me, I'm not, and I'm not saying this because I'm a celebrity, right? I'm not canceling any Black woman celebrity aside from Tiffany Haddish. We've given her enough chances. Here is the thing with Black women in this industry. With Black women in this industry, the obstacles that we face is just astronomical. Nobody is putting in the work and fighting as hard to be represented like Black women. Also, she hasn't given me a reason yet. I don't know if there will. I'm just saying she hasn't given me a reason to be like, she is the problem with what's happening in America.
Right.
The reason why I stand 10 toes down for her, and I would just do that with any Black woman right now, and just being out there concerning what's happening. And the same thing with Jasmine Crockett. They're trying to come at her because she spent $75,000 on hotels. I was just like, oh, y'all don't know Black women. Black women, when we vacation very rich. That's normal. But my issue is that why are we starting with the Black woman? Why are we starting with Jeff? Why are we starting with Elon? Why are we starting with the pedophile in office? Why y'all got heat for her? And y'all,
I don't even know about that, but like,
why y'all got heat for her and don't have heat for none of them men that actually have power that are actually doing this? She just went to a birthday party. Bad decision, but my God, today she's not withholding SNAP benefits.
Right.
So I get we can be disappointed, right, in people that we support. I absolutely understand that. But my problem is, because it always happens with Black women, Everybody is so ready with their pitchforks to take a Black woman out.
I agree.
While the white man is lynching everybody.
I
Like,
agree.
no, she's not the problem here. I don't think that was a smart decision for her to make. She is not the problem.
I agree.
We have yet to hear of anybody saying that she doesn't pay them well, that she is a terrible boss. What we hear is people saying, I didn't get writing credits. I wrote for so many people. The first time I ever got writing credits was from Beyonce. She is the reason why so many artists, Black artists, have Grammys. They would not have had them before because she acknowledges them. That's why everybody was mad at My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. Her getting mad at Beyonce. Beyonce didn't ask me for permission or whatever. She gave you writing credits. You would have had a Grammy. She gave you credit for the damn song. And you wanted Beyonce to call you and say, girl, can I use your voice? A sample that she bought from Pharrell. I just feel like and it shocks me that this light-skinned Black woman is getting heat like this. My God, today. But I just feel like so many people try to make her the problem. And I'm just like, Beyonce is not the cause of this. She is not the issue. She is not the problem. I, as Bay from day one, I've been here since Star Search. Talk to your mama. So I know what I'm talking about. And I know who I've been supporting since I was a child. I've been a fan of Beyonce since before I had a damn period. I've been here. Y'all just got here. I've been here. So I don't have no parasocial relationship, but my God, today, this woman has done nothing but make a bad decision by taking that picture. This is what my only critique of Beyonce, stop saying yes to invites with wealthy white people.
So I will say, Steph, I'm not going to say I'm going to cancel Beyonce, and I am pro canceling celebrities because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, do these celebrities make money off of us? Do they give a fuck about us? Like, I want to feel like you give a fuck about me. And also in this period, I'm super duper conscious of where and how I spend my money. And yeah. I can like you, but like not want to spend any your money. So it's like something like I'm not using Uber. I don't shop at Target. I don't shop at Amazon. I don't use Spotify. You know what I mean? Like these kind of things. Like I'm a very conscious consumer. I'm not canceling Beyonce because I like Beyonce. Also, like Nikki said, like I don't think that she's done anything that is like worthy of cancellation yet. I will say though, to me, Beyonce is not beyond reproach. Yeah. Beyonce could do something that would make me cancel her, no matter how much I love her music. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And I do.
And Arnold, I don't want to stop you, but I am. I just want to say the reason why Arnold is saying this is because he does not do celebrity worship. Yeah. Now, Arnold will worship a fine man, and that's where the friends come in and tell him, you know, you got to have, especially if he a cop, girl.
I just thought he was a handsome man.
That's why you just have to have friends that love you or will love you through the mess. But Arnold is able to have that kind of reasoning because he don't do celebrity worship. Yeah, that's what this is about. We're just saying, listen, nobody is above reproach. Kill, especially for the working class community. We are this close to working class consciousness. The celebrity worship is the last peg that we have got to knock down. These people are these celebrities and politicians are in these positions because you put them there. You got the power. Go ahead, Arnold.
It's also like it's almost like Beyonce, I will say, is almost like bigger than celebrity because like she is a celebrity, but she's also like an immensely wealthy and powerful celebrity. Taylor Swift is an immensely wealthy and powerful celebrity. Rihanna is an immensely wealthy and powerful celebrity. A lot of celebrities are famous, but will have more money than you and I, but they're not billionaires. You know what I mean? Like in that way, like when you have this much money and capital and power, it's a different dynamic. So it's more than just celebrity worship because I can really, really like a person and know that like they don't really have that much power. Beyonce really would lose no capital saying no to going to Kris Jenner's party. You get what I'm saying? Like she is Beyonce. She didn't lose anything by not going to Kim and Kanye's wedding, and her husband and Kanye were like best friends. So I will say, I do think because we hold Beyonce on a pedestal, it's more than valid to, critique her choices or her poor choices.
Yeah.
I also, and she's a grown woman. Again, she's not
Yeah.
beyond reproach because she's making these choices. I also think her husband is more of a problem than her.
Oh, it's always the man.
I think her
Always
husband,
the man. It's
I think her,
always the man.
I think her husband is more of a problem than her. I don't feel like, well, there are no ethical billionaires. I don't really feel like Jay-Z is like a really, really ethical businessman. I think that he's made a lot of money on being unethical because that's how you make money. You cut people off, you do shifty little shit. I told you that he has associations with some very, very slimy, horrific billionaires and people in business. I know I mentioned last time we spoke about his association with Jeff Yass, the richest man in Pennsylvania. Why are you associated with this man in any way? And his school choice crusade to dismantle public education in Pennsylvania, where Jay-Z don't live, ain't never. It's just a very weird business relationship that he has with people. And
let me hop in there with that, because I do agree with that. What I think is happening is that, first of all, Jay-Z was a dope boy.
Yeah.
He knows how to get things done in this industry because he's dealt with people like that. This is just he's still doing his business in the streets just with rich white people. Mm-hmm. So he's able to be very very successful in business dealings because he's dealing with corrupt people.
Right.
That's the thing. The people who are making these decisions, the people that are hoarding the wealth, the people that are over all of these mergers or whatever, they're corrupt people. That's right. They are corrupt people. That's why it's such a big deal about these Epstein files, because a lot of these people are probably going to get prosecuted and locked up, and wealth is going to be moved around. So that's why they don't want that to happen. But he's in a corrupt business dealing with corrupt people. So I don't think that any business decision that he is going to make is going to be without a stain of evil, because the business is evil.
Right.
What I also want to say with that is
he's moved into business and not just music, which is,
and there's just going to be a stain on that. And I also want to say is that these billionaires, when you were talking about why is he working with this guy who was trying to, mess up funding in Pennsylvania for education. The thing about it is these people own everything. A lot of the billionaires that we have here in America own so much. Right. So it's like this one person who is absolutely terrible. You gotta meet with them. You gotta sit down with them. You gotta talk with them. You gotta do business with this person or that person, because they own like 9 companies.
Right.
They own like the beauty, like with Rihanna with when she came out with Fenty, everybody was just like, "You're doing it under LVM." Oh my God! But it's like, what is she gonna do?
Right.
What they own so much, and that is the problem.
That's the problem.
Billionaires are able to own so much, and they're able to control who gets in and who is kept out. Right. And that is the issue. I think I personally don't agree with a lot of his business decisions, but I'm not in there making those decisions. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I take off and then the next thing you know, I'm front row at Chanel. People are like, "Oh my God, why are you at Chanel? She's a Nazi sympathizer." Yes, she is. But I'm working with the partners of Chanel because me and Arnold are creating a fashion brand. Yeah. So they invited me there. I can't say, "Oh, I don't want to go because y'all Nazi sympathizers," and I lose the deal. So I'm trying to I get what's happening, but my working class mind is like, this is a mess. But then I'm like, I don't have billionaire problems or decisions to make.
Right.
If you do make those decisions, the waters is always going to be murky because America's wealth and companies are hoarded by a very demonic few.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
I love hotel. Oh my God. I actually, okay, really, really quickly, I'm going to give some little background. What Nikki is referring to is Chanel. She's talking about Coco Chanel. The
Coco
people
Chanel.
who run Chanel and own Chanel right now are not Nazi sympathizers. Coco Chanel has some very, very shady dealings with the Nazis. So, but it's completely different now. And I say that because
he was a Nazi hoe, and we have to be honest about that, Arnold.
That's the best. That's a very
The
good way to
Nazis
put it.
passed Coco Chanel around.
Yeah. It's true. Look it up, y'all. Look it up. It's a very.
You can even go to their website. They even address it.
Oh, do they?
Yes, because they do a timeline of Chanel, and then like when we get to the 1930s, they do a little skit, and they explain why they do a skit, and they say, "Oh, well, not everybody makes the best decisions, and we didn't."
Yeah, she did.
They had to address it.
I mean, you have to address it. You have to address it. And that's no reflection on the current brand or whatever, or the people who own it, because they're not all associated with her. I mean, she's been dead for like 50 years, but yeah, it was murky. It was murky. Her 30s were very shifty. She was not on the side of the allies. I'll just say that. Yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Sometimes you have business dealings with shifty people, and I think that, like, you're right, working class discernment is different. They aren't trying to get to a certain goal, and sometimes you are going to have to work with people who are like unscrupulous to get to where you got to get. And honestly, we working class people do it too, you know what I mean? We work for companies, and we may or may not be aware of who owns the company. You know what I mean? Like, I know who the CEO is. I don't really know much personally about the people who founded and owned the company that I work for. And at my company, I'm working with all kind of brands, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not Rihanna, but yeah, I do a lot of business with LVMH, and I do a lot of business with Karen. You know what I mean? Like, it's businesses, and these businesses own these different brands. So I'll be working with this brand, but I am working with LVMH, and I am working with this through myself. So like, yeah, and that really is the problem with like the billionaires. You know what I mean? Because you don't know that you're working under or for or with this person, but you are working under or for or with this person.
Hello, Unilever.
Yes.
They own everything.
Yes.
And they were one of the biggest funders of the transatlantic slave trade.
Unilever?
Yes. Look up that family. They got wealthy off of slavery.
I did not know that. I know that I'm not really fucking with Unilever, because don't do Ben and don't do Jerry. Don't do Ben and don't do Jerry.
Well, of course, the descendants of slave masters are going to do Ben and Jerry like that. Hello, Benedict Cumberbatch. Hello.
Don't do Ben, don't do Jerry.
But,
and
but this is what we're dealing with. So can you not do a movie with him now? Because he is like the descendants of one of the greatest and most demonic enslavers in the Caribbean.
No, but then you would
kept the last name because it opened doors for him at the time.
No, but you would, if that was the case, you would never do business with so many white people.
The waters are murky. The waters are murky.
You, unfortunately, wouldn't do business with a lot of Black people too, if you really, really get into it, because a lot of Black people have slave-holding descendants, and it just is what it is. So you can't hold people, and that's just, listen, it's a thing. It's very prevalent.
The waters are murky. Like, listen, let me tell you something. When I blow up, please don't look into my family tree. Please don't look into my bloodline. I'm from Philly. My family is hoodlums. You're going to find what you're looking for. You're going to find what you're looking for, especially that uncle on my daddy's side. You're going to find what you're looking for. The waters is murky.
The waters get murkier with Black people because even though you are from Philly, we're from Philly. The roots are not in Philly. It's where the roots come in that it be, you know what I mean? Like, where are your people from down south?
Savannah, Georgia.
They actually, you know, and I think that's so funny when we refer to that. That is so like foreign to white people. It's like, yeah, do y'all not know that all Black people pretty much have roots in the South?
We all migrated from the South.
We all migrated from the South because of the slave trade. So
we didn't migrate. We ran.
We ran. We ran. That's where you find a lot of like the murky, because you learn a lot about like people were slaves, people were sharecroppers, people were, you find out one of your descendants was just mysteriously mulatto in the 1860s. And it's like, how did that happen? And it wasn't no Loving versus Virginia stuff. It was a single Black mother.
Hello.
Our last names, yeah.
Whenever
so you can't hold that against people. You can't hold that.
Listen, I will never hold that against Julia Roberts. But I know why we got the same last name, but that's my girl. That's my girl.
That's your cousin.
That's my cousin through slavery. It is what it is. That's what I'm saying. The waters are murky. And I want to address this with Give Me Shelter. Give Me Shelter says celebrities are not what they used to be. It's about them and only them. Here's the thing. Celebrities are who they have always been. Because our generation, we are growing up with the knowing of the civil rights movement and hearing our ancestors, our elders and our ancestors talk about it. But what we don't realize is that those celebrities and athletes who made those choices were forced to do that by Black activist groups, specifically the Black Panthers. They were going up to these celebrities' homes with guns, saying, you better speak out what's happening. That's why you got Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte marching in the civil rights movement, not because they wanted to, but because the Black Panthers said, listen, you're going to have to do something or you're going to lose your life. Make a choice. James Brown.
For sure believe that neither one of them really cared to do that until they were
James Brown, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. The Black Panthers forced him to make that song. So these celebrities were forced to do that. And unless another Black activist group pops out and says, listen, y'all better start speaking on what's happening to us or you're going to lose your life.
Well, I will say this. It's not that I don't think celebrities are what they used to be. Again, I think a lot of it goes back to how we view celebrity. I think back in the day, and I think this, maybe like 20 years ago, you had a sense of celebrity, but it really was very often, because you always had like socialites and wealthy people who had a sense of, like a level of celebrity. But like we're dealing with people who are not celebrity because of any talent. They're not all reliant on people going to see their new movie or buying their album or something like that. Like, you have people, and I will keep using them because that's what we're talking about, the Kardashians, who are really just kind of famous for being famous. You know what I mean? So like, if she is attached to the right people, or she wears the right outfit, or she's in the right place, she's photographed, and that like allures to her celebrity. She is very different, or the whole family is very different than a Beyonce, who really does need us to buy her albums, or you know what I mean? Like, or an actor who does need you to go see, like Tyler Perry wants you to go see his movies and stuff like that. So I think that the level of celebrity is different, and what's required of them is different. Kim can be unscrupulous because Kim is not reliant on that kind of thing for income. She's just trying to sell you literally anything that she can, and she will sell you anything that she can. She has no like discernment on like this is kind of beneath me. This really doesn't match my brand. I don't really feel like
she'll do anything for $1.
I think she'll do anything for $1. Whereas like you have celebrities who have, actors, serious actors, or have discernment on the roles they take. Serious singers. I I can spend like 5 years before I do my next album because I really want it to be right. I'm very meticulous about so I think that like the celebrity is different and the stakes are different for these celebrities. And that's kind of the whole point. The stakes should be different for Beyonce, hence why she should know better. Whereas, like, you have these fucking loser billionaires who are not famous for anything. They just got money. So they're courting celebrity by any means necessary. Because, again, some billionaires, most billionaires, you don't know who these people are because they're not celebrities. They're just people who are in business. You know what I mean? And so I think it's a difference in like the level of celebrity and what is required from you as a celebrity.
Yeah. That's true. That is very true. Lies, legality, reality, and thank you, Give Me Shelter, for clearing that up. There, we do have enslaved ancestors who were only in the North. Lies, Legality, Reality says celebrities are the ambassadors of the parasitic class, the 1%, the capitalistic class, the landlords, the shareholders, the CEOs. Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. And they are the ambassadors because those are the people that are funding their jobs, that are funding entertainment, that are funding Hollywood, that are funding Ticketmaster, that are funding the beauty industry. The thing is, there is a solution, but the solution is the people. And if the people are okay with how things are being done, there will not be a change. My thing is, you're going after Beyonce when you need to be going after Jeff Bezos. You're going after Rihanna when you need to be going after Unilever. When you need to be going after LVMH. Like you have the wrong target. But I think, unfortunately, so many people, the working class, the 99%, so many of us are lazy. And it's just like this is an easy grab. I would rather trash Beyonce on the internet than stop using every product owned by Unilever.
Right.
I would rather, tell Rihanna that all skin folk and kinfolk than stop shopping at Walmart. Listen, I started me a little Amazon storefront. I ain't really been making nothing from it, but something was happening with it. With all of this happening, I just had to make a decision. And it's hard because right now my industry is garbage. So times is tough, especially during the holiday season. My birthday coming up, I got to make some decisions. But I was just like, I can't consciously promote this company knowing that they're doing these things.
Right.
Yes, I'm not the problem. It's not me. But my God, I got to take a stand somewhere. Like
if every person took some kind of personal stand and it works, like it just works. You know what I mean? Like how
people have the power.
Like you just have the power, but people just really don't want to be inconvenienced. And listen, I don't get why people think these things are so hard. If you really did just like boycott, like you don't need Amazon. I don't feel like I miss Amazon. Like you just don't need it. We're just kind of trained to think we need it
because it's easy and accessible. I will say for me, I didn't shop on Amazon that much. I had Amazon because of my streaming service.
Yeah,
I wasn't really shopping on there like that. But then when we started to boycott Target, I was just like, I go to Target every day to get my little trinkets, my little things, and my little festive stuff. So I was just like, okay, well, let me just start shopping at Amazon. And then I saw an opportunity to open a storefront. I said, well, let me just make business here. And then he just, decided to be terrible.
He just won't stop. He just won't stop.
And just messed up stuff for me. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't do that anymore. Now I'm it's extra footwork. It at times can be a bit more expensive because now instead of buying through Amazon, I'm ordering from the companies.
Right.
I'm ordering directly from the companies. And I liked Amazon because I don't like paying shipping.
Right.
But now I gotta pay, I gotta pay shipping.
So here's the thing about that. And Amazon really gagged me real good one time. Get off these phones. Get off these phones. Amazon really gagged me one time because we do say we don't like to pay for shipping, and we do, you like the convenience of it. Like I can order something from Amazon and it's delivered that day, like just like I went to the store, and that is wonderful. At the same time, the shipping, the free shipping, because I love a free shipping. My dumb ass, like many, will buy something extra to
Oh,
avoid have to
absolutely.
pay like $10.
Absolutely.
If I'm
I
gonna
will
get
go
it,
to a company wanting to spend $20 to see that shipping, end up spending 75.
yes, for sure, and justify it saying that I got like free shipping. The shipping is not free, Amazon, if you have Prime. You get in a bit. I thought I got scammed because I did not realize that they take that big Prime lumps sum, that Prime fee as one
Yeah.
big annual lump sum.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't buy anything. At the time, I hadn't bought any. I'm like, I
Yep.
have not bought anything in weeks. Like, I don't know what is going on. Like, this much money is missing. It's a Amazon. I'm like, I'm on the phone with my bank. And the lady said, "Sir, do you have Prime?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And she's like, "I think this is your annual Prime fee. Like, it doesn't," she was like, "because I'm not seeing a product. Like, it's not, you know what I mean?" She was like, "I'm not seeing a product. I'm just seeing like a fee charge." And I'm like, "Oh, so, yeah, your shipping is not free. You paying a couple
Yeah.
$100 or $100+ a
But
year."
it's basically like, for me, it's just basically the convenience.
Yeah.
Like, I'm buying from these companies now. Like, if you watch my vlog, there was one company that the shipping just drove me crazy because I had to wait forever for them to get it. It was
Yeah.
going by snail mail, and I'm like, oh my God, having empathy and being ethical, it's not easy,
It's
y'all.
not easy. It's not
Being
easy.
ethical is not easy, especially when you are living in let's be honest, we're capitalists.
It's
You're
capitalist.
forced to be a capitalist when you live
You
in
are forced to
America.
be a capitalist.
And so much of America's wealth is controlled by very evil people, right? So it's very hard to be ethical because you're going to be ethical to the point where you can't get
You're
anything.
punished for being ethical.
Yes, you're punished for being ethical.
You're
So I
punished for being
can
ethical.
understand why a lot of people don't do it. However, I feel like if enough of us do it and we make a change, it can be done because we are descendants of the Montgomery bus boycott.
Yeah.
Okay, it can be done.
And
It took a
listen,
few people in Montgomery a few black people in Montgomery to say absolutely not. You don't want to treat us with respect. We'll find another way. They created Uber before there was an Uber.
you're being inconvenienced either way because these
Yep.
people are doing things to oppress your community, oppress your neighbors, oppress you. You know what I mean? You're being inconvenienced. But people say, "Oh, I don't want to be like inconvenienced." You're being inconvenienced
Yeah.
by Jeff Bezos. So you can inconvenience yourself by not having Prime delivery and not giving any more money to that company. And it's not to say that you don't like the free shipping. It's not to say that you don't enjoy a show on Amazon Prime. It's not to say that you don't
Yeah.
enjoy the products and the things that you get from there. It's just to say, I like these things, but I do not want my money to go to this company and go to this person who spends that money that is coming from me and people like me in this way, that has no regard for the people in my community who are his consumers and his workers. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is to me. If you just said, like, I don't want to spend my money this way, that's as simple as it is. And like, yeah, I'll be inconvenienced. I'll switch to this ride share so I don't have to use Uber. And if I get a car, I'm not riding in a fucking Tesla just because, like, I'm not going to be in the scene in the back of a Uber.
Yeah.
And people think that's like so extreme. The things people say to me about that, like, oh, like, that's really. I told my boss, and this was not me paying for it. It was on company dime. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call a car," and I said, "I'm not paying for this, but I gotta let you know, I ethically do not get into Ubers. So if it's an Uber,
My
you
aunt
gonna
is
have
the
to
same
cancel it."
way.
You know what I
My
mean?
aunt is the same way. She will not get into an Uber. She will be like, I will drive. I will get a family member to pick us up. She's from Philly. She was just like, I've been taking a train my whole life. I will take a train. I will not get into Uber. They are an evil company.
It's an evil company. It's an evil
She
company.
does not play
I
with
don't play.
them
It's an
at
evil
all.
company.
Listen, it can be done. You're going to be convenienced for a moment. I remember I was watching a movie about the Montgomery bus boycott, and there was a scene that is stuck with me from that movie. If I find it, I will absolutely post it in my description box. But there was a scene where one of the ladies who was the reason why they started the boycott, she was walking from her job early. She started really, really early. No, she was walking from her home to her job. She used to take the bus, but after the boycott, she stopped and she was walking. And there was a scene where she's walking in the, like, because it's really early, so it's dark, then it goes into the day. And like the camera work is so great because you can see her feet. And you see her feet start off normal. But then as she continues to walk and the neighborhood changes, the time changes, you can see that she has been walking for a very long time. So there's this scene where her feet are just like, you could tell that it pains her to walk. Oh. And she looks over because she hears this a car horn. She looks over and it's a car full of Black people who are participating in the boycott. And there's a guy in the car. He says, where are you going? Because I'm taking them to here. And or do you need a ride in there? And she goes, yes. And you can see her stumble to get into the car. And it's like this car, like Black people sitting on top of each other. But that's what they did. They inconvenienced themselves because it was bigger than them. And I'm sure she didn't want to walk 9 miles a day back and forth to work. I'm sure all those Black people in that car did not want to sit on top of each other to get where they had to go. But the situation was bigger than them, and they made that sacrifice. And that's just what we have to do.
And I think that's
so hard for me.
Americans will not do it. Like I try to get my friends to do it all the time, and I gotta say it's so frustrating. It's just like, if you just didn't, also you're saving money. I'm just trying to get you to not spend money at these places because you just don't need to, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I actually am super relieved with some of the stuff that I'm boycotting because I'm like, oh, you know,
honestly, Arnold, you realize you don't need it.
You don't need it. And I don't regret it at all. I don't feel inconvenienced.
At all. I'm a masochist. Like, I love having things. I just love it. But it has gotten to the point where I'm just like, I'm like giving stuff away. I'm taking stuff to the shelter. I'm throwing stuff away. I'm repurposing old things.
You gonna send me a La Crusade?
Huh?
You gonna send me a La Crusade?
Huh? I hear you, but I will say I have not bought any La Crusade recently. And this is the time where I like the holiday season.
When you rack up,
I buy all my stuff like for their harvest collection. I didn't get anything. Who am I? And this is, I'm telling you guys, and I'm being very transparent with you. Target was one of the hardest boycotts because Target was my safe space. I used to just go there and just luxuriate and have a good little time. I spent all day in Target, get my little personal pan pizza and a drink, and I'm just pushing my car, get my little Starbucks, and I'm pushing my car, and I'm just picking up stuff and having a good time. And when we were getting closer to the holiday season, it was a pit in my stomach because that was one of the first places I would go to. It got to a point where I would fill up my online cart on Target.com and just look through everything. I haven't purchased anything from Target since the boycott, but like I needed to do that. Like I needed to do that to feel something because I was so heartbroken. But I will say this, Target does not have a lot of Target brands. They purchase from other people. So if you like things specifically in Target, I would suggest that you go to the website.
It's all still available.
Yeah, it's all still available. Copy the name, copy the SKU number, Google it, and you will be able to find the company that actually sells it. Because that's what I was able to do. I was able to find like a lot of people who I thought that these items were exclusive to Target. They're not. Target just doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these companies have the same buyer. They just do different, charge different prices, but there's a lot of ways for you to be able, if you like stuff in Target, just know they are selling them other places. But also Target, it has ghost stores on the internet. They have a couple of ghost stores on Amazon if you are still shopping there. So just be very careful about that. Like a lot of stores if you're seeing that they have a lot of Target items, they're not boosters. It's Target. They're just not using their name anymore because they know. Listen, I've been looking for boosters for months. If I was in Philly, I would have everything I needed.
Oh, you would.
Out here in LA, the boosters are shy. I'm like, where are y'all at?
No, this guy the other day was like, yo, my man, I thought he wanted to I thought he was complimenting me. And he was like, you trying to buy this? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he had a bottle of detergent. Sir, walk away from me. No, thank you. You approached me. You're not on the corner. I was in the back of your truck.
I would have had everything that I needed. I'm sitting here in LA and I'm like, I can't find one booster. What if I was in Philly? My Christmas shopping would have been done by way of boosters.
And they have stands, tables, out on the street.
Yep. In front of the store. I love that city. I love it.
And the cops roll right past.
Yep. What you going to do? You can't prove nothing.
Where you get this? Where you get this detergent? Where you get
this? One thing about Philly boosters, they know the law. I was watching this viral video of this lady trying to steal at a Philly Walmart. And they were chasing her. And she stopped. And she was just like, you know you can't chase me, right? You won't get fired if you chase me. And the guy stopped chasing her. She was just like, I thought so. And walked out with her stuff.
So
I love Philly.
They do know, but it's some stuff they do know. They're so smart that they be dumb, because sometimes you really got to hit them with a 1-2, because you got to be like, baby, you know we not in Philly, right? You know Philly ends here and you are here. So the rules are a little different, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Or it's like, oh, you think I can't chase you? I can't chase you up to a certain point. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can still get them. The boosters be smart, but asset protection be smarter.
Yeah. And listen, but one thing about Target, they will prosecute.
Yeah.
They will prosecute. They do not play.
So I will say it really was a lot of people's happy place. And I think that's why it got hit the hardest, because people felt so betrayed, because people, especially Black people, especially Black women, like loved Target. I've loved Target, even in comparison to just like a Walmart or something. I'm like, it's just like a lot more fun. Like the marketing is so much better. Mm-hmm. The product placement is better. They do a lot of really cool partnership. I was introduced to a lot of brands through like their partnerships with Target. But once you but when you make a decision like, oh, I'm not really going to like shop there for like what X, Y, and Z reason or whatever, and you don't have to be as deep as me and Nikki, you know what I mean? Like,
do what you can.
Somebody told me like, you're just more principled than me. And I'm like, you know what? Like I really, really am. That's fine. My therapist actually was like, I am like so impressed with like when you talk about this stuff, because people talk about wanting to do this stuff, but you've been talking about this since you came here. I'm like, yeah, I don't like it's just very serious to me, but it has to be a collective. It can't just be me. It just can't be you. But like, yeah, with your buying power, it doesn't really have to be super duper principled like I am or whatever. You can just be like, again, I just don't want my money to go there. I just don't like the feeling. I don't want my money to go there. And it's really not an inconvenience, because you can get anything that you want. You know what I mean? Any small business that you want to support and you discovered them shopping at Target, you can go to that small business. Mm-hmm. You can order from that small business. You really, really can. Any small business.
It should be the season of the small business.
It should be the season of the small business and the local business, because I guarantee you anything that you need, unless you do want something that is like an LVMH brand, hit me up. I'll get it for you. But if you want something that is like specifically from like a brand, like you were saying, unless you want something that is specifically like a Target brand, you can live without it. You can find a different, you can find an alternative. But yeah, like be inconvenienced, and you're not going to be inconvenienced. Like, yeah, I'm looking at my stuff. Yeah. Funny enough, because I'm boycotting Unilever, half the stuff I use is Dove, and I'm so heartbroken about it. And I really am trying to, again, we not perfect. We not just, sitting on a high horse. I really got to find a way to do. I do enjoy Costco. I don't want to
Me
support
too.
Unilever, but I am not small business natural deodorant girly.
Oh
So
no.
I do still need to I gotta work through some things before I can wean myself off the Dove and things like that. And you know what I mean? But it it gets like that. And it's really
Yeah.
not a big deal. And it's really not hard, y'all. Like it kind of pisses
It
me off when people talk
actually,
about how
it
hard
actually isn't hard once you start doing it. The thing about
yeah.
it is, you just have the luxury of convenience for these other companies, and then when you start doing it and get yourself into like a system,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, this is actually, it's actually convenient, and actually, I'm saving money.
I'm
When you
saving a
start
lot of
to
money.
look at, I'm saving money, and I feel good about where my dollar is going.
Right.
It's possible. You will be inconvenienced though in the
Yeah.
beginning. You will absolutely be inconvenienced, and
And
it's
only inconvenience in that it's not your norm. It's
yes,
not
that's
it's not what you're
that's
used to. It's not really that much of an inconvenience in my opinion, but it's not what you're used to. It's not like
yes,
you're still going to get everything that you need to survive, but
yep,
maybe you're not getting it delivered to your door immediately. You know what I mean? Like I don't use DoorDash,
hmm
but you also I think DoorDash is kind of like unethical, but DoorDash is also super expensive, but people like the convenience of it. And I'm like, um, if y'all don't call, I order my food from my little local little cheesesteak spot last time we had a live.
yeah,
Do
you
you think I
did.
paid that extra $50 for DoorDash to deliver it? No, what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
What's wrong with y'all?
listen, it can be done. You're gonna have to switch up your schedule, but to the 99%, there's going to be a time, probably very soon, and I think it's going to be this Christmas season, where you're going to have to be inconvenienced
Yes.
bigly. You're going to have to, they are the government, the reason why the government is even opening up, because it was never supposed to open up. They didn't want to do that, because when the government opens up, the government got to start paying out stuff with their tax dollar, with our tax dollars. And they don't want the government to open up because there's no more money. They robbed us, right? But the reason why they're being forced to open up is because with this government shutdown, people, and the holiday season is coming up, they need people to buy this stuff. These companies that control America are like, y'all better do something. I gave you all this money. Now I'm about to lose billions this Christmas season. Y'all better open up that government and start paying them people some money so that they
They
can
need people
buy our
to
product.
travel
Yes.
and they need people to spend.
Yep. They need people to travel and they need people to spend. And it's not looking good.
Yeah.
And if they can't fool the masses and like force them to do all this Black Friday spending and all this crazy traveling, if they can't force us to do that, they lose so much money. And I think that's just what we are going to have to do. And
Right.
honestly, I kind of feel like for me, I feel like it's going to be very easy. This is like the first holiday season where I am just like, I'm not gagging. Like, I'm not
Not
running to
gagging.
buy all of these things. Like, I would be in all these stores by now. I'm not feeling it. It's like a different season. Like, it doesn't feel like I should be celebrating. You know what I mean? It just feels
Right, right. It
very
doesn't
dark.
feel festive. It feels
It
very dark.
doesn't feel festive. And I feel like I am, the best way to describe it, if you've seen Krampus, the best way to describe it is at the end of, spoiler alert if you haven't, well, not the spoiler alert, there's a scene where the family, Krampus has put this family in a Christmas globe, but we don't know that yet. What we see them is, we see this scene where this family is putting up Christmas decorations and they're trying to force joy. And they're trying to force joy because they're held captive in this situation, in this globe. They
Oh,
can't get out of it, they can't escape it, and they are trying to make the best of what they have. But you can tell that they are not happy. but they are trying to force it. Like, you want some hot chocolate? Do you want it? Like, they're trying to force joy, but it can't really happen because of their current situation. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in the snow globe in Krampus trying to put up Christmas decorations. And I'm just like, why is that? There's nothing to be jolly about.
Right.
There's nothing to be happy about. Like, the worst people are running this nation and crippling everybody.
The worst.
What are we celebrating?
The worst. I'm like really gagged because it's not just that they're bad people. It's just that they're bad people, and the intent, it seems so intentional to harm.
Yes.
And inconvenience. And
it's unnecessary.
Ruin. It's so unnecessary, to be honest. Listen, the president and the government has a lot of power, and they could steal and wheel and deal and do all these things to enrich themselves without harming people the way that they do. Is so intentional to like harm the morale of the American people, because this is fascism, and that's what fascism does. So it's just like, and it's fascism, but it's like propped up by like capitalism in this way. And that's why like these parties were so like jarring, because rich people have always existed like this. Rich people have always had parties and celebrated and done all this. I really, really feel like this was such a turning point. Like when Americans are almost like at their lowest in November, with no SNAP benefits and people haven't been paid in 40 days and the government is shut down. You just have people who are so rich and so carefree that not only are they having a party in almost a $200 million home, they are taking pictures of it and showing you.
Showing it to you.
Showing it to
you. You know what it feels like? It's like you're sitting here in like the parking lot of like a Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And you are starving.
Right.
And if you just get a piece of steak, a piece of a Ruby Tuesday sandwich, something would change. And then you look up and the chef opens the window of a Ruby Tuesday and puts like a whole meal on the ledge of the window and eats it in front of you. While the food, the sandwiches, the juice is dripping down his hand and he's licking it and eating it. And when he's done, what's left, he throws it out. It hits the ground. It's ruined. It's unedible. And he slams the door. Slams the window shut. That's what it's like. It's like, why did you have to show us that?
Why did you show us this?
Why did you need to? Why did you need to tell us? Because you released that. Your PR released that you was in his $175 million mansion. Why, when we are losing everything, did you decide to flaunt your wealth?
Why? Just have your party.
Just have a party.
Just have your party.
But you had to show us that you have more.
And it's your right to have your party. And it's your right to celebrate. And you're only turning 70 once. And your family wants to celebrate you. And you guys have made an amazing life. Have your party. But this is not the time for you to be showing us pictures. Mm-hmm. You in your Bulgari bracelet and your Bulgari earrings that came from your personal collection. It's just, it's very dystopian.
It's so Hunger Games. It's like, why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this?
You don't have to do this. You don't have to flaunt these things.
Rich people are out on yachts and in their chalets and stuff.
And then what's going to happen?
We don't know. We are
the rich people out here, especially in LA, they're gonna start getting robbed in astronomical numbers. You know what they're going to do? They're going to blame the mayor. You're not blaming the fact that you just had that party and you just let everybody know that you got money to have a birthday party in a $200 million mansion. Then there's something you could part with.
A lot.
Now you want to act like a victim when people start I'm telling you, it's going to be huge snatch and grabs of celebrities. Red carpets ain't going to be red carpets anymore because people are going to be getting robbed. Because the people are going to get tired. I feel like this man is going to hold on to these benefits for as long as he can because he doesn't have them. He doesn't have them. And those people are going to go without food.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the money. It is gone.
which is crazy.
Yep.
Which is crazy. Where's the money?
It's gone.
Where's the money?
It's gone. He keeps on saying, "Oh, it's for the ballroom, baby." That money is gone. It's gone.
Why are we doing? Why do we need a ballroom?
We don't. It's money.
Internet was executed for less.
Money laundering. Here's the thing. One thing I am like so curious about is what America is going to look like after this. Because first of all, when the American people realize he's not paying out them benefits, and when the American people realize that the money is gone, what is going to happen? What is going to happen when they realize that the money is gone? When they realize that we're broke. Like when they realize it's gone. And who mentioned it? I'm trying to find the please, if you wrote the comment, just give me another comment to say, oh, that was me. But I saw a comment in the chat where somebody was just like, I see all like this Black nativity stuff and like Black Santa, like all of these, like all this like Black holiday decor that I've never seen before. Here's the thing. Black people are, if not the biggest spenders in the United States of America. So they are going to us because they need us to start buying that stuff. So that's why you're seeing Black Santas at every freaking CVS.
She was like, what the fuck is going on? Every ornament is black. Why are y'all black? At first I was like, it was a Black woman. I was like, did she think this is like a bad thing? But then I got like, oh no, like they're only black. It's not like she's like, everything is black. She's like, don't fall for this, y'all. Don't fall for this.
Can I tell you, Arnold, Christmas decorations that I am used to seeing in Atlanta and like the Atlanta Home Goods, the Atlanta Marshalls, I am never able to find in my little neighborhood. I am never able to find like any kind of black figurines or black decor.
Mm-hmm.
Every Santa is black.
Really?
Like it's all black, like holiday decor. And I'm like, why is it all this holiday decor in this neighborhood? This is not Inglewood. Now, I would have to go to like Inglewood Home Goods, Inglewood Marshalls to get stuff. I don't got to do that no more. They need us to buy. They need our money. They need our money and they need our influence.
Wow.
It's up to us.
I've been seeing it online. I haven't personally seen any I haven't really seen any holiday stuff just yet. I did start hearing like Christmas carols and seeing like commercials and stuff like that, but I haven't seen any you're
in Philly. You will see it in Philly. I'm not used to seeing it in LA. I'm absolutely seeing it in Atlanta, but I'm just like, I found some stuff. Like I got these 2 Santa figurines, these black Santa figurines, and I was like, what in the hell are you doing here? And it was a whole table of them. I'm like, the only black people in this neighborhood is me and my family. That's it. So why you catering to? It's weird, but I get it now. They need us to spend. Nobody spends like black women, and they need them to spend. And I don't know. We're resting our wallets, so we will see. But also, I'm just not energized to do it. I feel like my summer is going to look like IKEA. I feel like my Christmas is going to look like IKEA. Very bare bones.
Yeah.
Very bare bones, very DIY. We will see. I also have Christmas stuff that I'm just like, I don't need anything new. But we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure I don't either. I mean, like, that's kind of the beauty of Christmas stuff. Yeah. I actually love pulling out my old Christmas stuff.
Me too.
New Christmas stuff just don't do it for me. So I don't really feel the need to spend for Christmas decor. I things would be different if I had like a new family or something. Then we would be trying to like create our own new traditions. I got this when the baby was born and that kind of thing. But I love my Christmas stuff. So maybe that's probably another reason I'm not really noticing, because I'm not shopping for like new Christmas decor.
Same.
I'm like,
I'm not out there, and I'm normally out there.
Right. But I'm more like, I can't wait till I get to bring out my favorite gingerbread house, or you know what I mean? Like I kind of am pining for the stuff that I have,
Yeah.
not new stuff that I need. The new stuff that I need, the consumerism is like the gifting and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yep.
And I
We're
ain't
gonna
buying
end.
none of that Beyonce Christmas shit.
I got the cozy robe. I got the cozy. Y'all will see that cozy robe the first week of December. Dahlia said apparently Tubi is about to switch from black content to white. 50K movie budgets now to 500K. Yeah, that they need us till the. Well, that's what happens all the time. I knew that that's what Tubi was doing. As soon as I found out that Tubi was owned by Rupert Murdoch, the guy that owns Fox News, I was like, oh, I know what he's doing. He's a bigger Kris Jenner. He's farming black people. And I knew that as soon as he got the money and the recognition that he needed to turn Tubi into something that would be profitable to all
To white people.
to white people, that he was going to do that. They did it with UPN. They did it with the WB. They did it with all of our shows back in the day. Those shows back in the day that were black-centered shows, which just put money into the network so that they can fund the white projects that they wanted.
Moesha and One-on-One and Half and Half and
yes, that's what they'll do, and that's exactly what's going to happen again when studios start losing money in a massive way. All of a sudden, they're going to farm in the blacks to do it. And this time, I hope that black people are not thankful or grateful for the opportunity. I hope that they are strategic and they use it to build our own. I hope it happens. I hope it happens. That's all for us, Star Family. Any closing words, Arnold?
No, I mean, listen. This was our woke fashion episode. It's sometimes I just urge people, and this is not to be a downer. We still like to keep it light. Just be mindful of when we're worshiping these celebrities. This is literally what me and Nikki do. We talk about what celebrities are wearing, the expensive dresses, the suits, and that's fine, and it's fun, and it is escapism. I think in this time we need to enjoy the things that we always enjoyed, find joy where we can, and find fun where we can. And if it's a little fun talking about some celebrities who we don't know, or talking about how much we hate or love their outfits and stuff like that, I love, and we will always give that to you. But we do come with a message of be mindful of like celebrity worship. Be mindful of how you spend your dollar, how you consume, and be mindful of who you are giving your money to through your consumership and through your viewership. And always remember moments like this when you like somebody, do keep it in your mind like, there wasn't such a there wasn't such a good look. Like think about it a little deeper, because we all love Beyonce, but you can still be like, what the fuck was she doing there? And that's basically
Kill the parasocial relationship. These are not gods. These are people we put into the position to gain that amount of wealth because we like what they do. The minute you start liking it, you don't have to support it. And you have to realize the people have the power. It is not the other way around. Thank you all so much for joining us. Arnold and I will be doing more. We are actively talking about how to continue to bring you content using both of our expertise. Like Arnold is really so well versed in fashion. Like we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg with the knowledge that he has. So we're going to continue to it's true, Arnold. We're going to continue to work together and bring you guys some very educational but fun fashion forward content, because like everything, fashion is political.
Fashion is political.
Fashion is political.
And next time, as long as there's no crazy eat the rich esque, let them eat cake esque, billionaire party that we got to pull apart. It's gonna be fun talking about Alandria's dresses or something like that.
Well, listen, although it wasn't the award show stuff that we normally do, that one she said this was the sanity I needed. Thank you as usual, Star Fam. Nikki is the chef's kiss. Arnold is such a viable addition. Love it here. thank you, and take care of you. Thank you so much. And that's why we do it, because we, the people, we're all we got. This is informative. This is important. We have the power. We have to use it wisely. Be the change that you want to see in the world. We got it.
See in the world. Yes.
We got it. And we can absolutely do it. And I think we will. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are going to see you soon for something else. Bye, guys. Oh, also, Arnold's Cash App is playing down there. Please bless him. He's giving us so much knowledge. And we just want to make sure that we take care of our guests here.
Please.
Please. It's also going to be in the description box for the replay game. All right. Love you guys. Bye.